Hi, I'm Darren from North Shore Eavestroughing, and today we're going to talk about eaves trough, leaf guard, and downspouts. The consequences of not having proper eaves troughs on a home is that the eaves troughs may end up overflowing, which has the water gushing over at certain areas that may land against the foundation. And what that can cause is water to infiltrate into the basement, which can give you a leaky basement. So also the overflowing eaves troughs can create rot against the roof line, which is the wood fascia board. That's what the eaves troughs are attached to. So over time, as the years go by with the overflowing water, that wood can rot out and will lead to more expensive repairs down the road. So one of the most common problems that we see with old eaves troughs is the fact that there's actually standing water in the eaves troughs. Eaves troughs are supposed to have an angle to them which drains down to the downspout to let that water out. And when you don't have the correct angles, you do get pooling water in the eaves troughs, which results in overflowing eaves troughs and stagnant water. Many houses have trees that hang over the top of the house, so it's really essential that they have a quality leaf guard installed on top. That will keep the eaves troughs free-flowing, and it'll prevent the downspouts from getting plugged, and it makes the eaves trough much easier to clean. So many people are really hesitant to go with a leaf guard based on some of the past experiences that they may have had with some of the old mesh style leaf guards that were on the market 10 years ago. What it was, the holes were too large and debris ended up underneath, and then next thing you know they had to clean underneath them as well. So things have really advanced a lot over the last 10 years, and now that we have many different products on the market that actually work very well. When you're designing a new eaves trough system, it's really important to look at the location of where the new downspouts are going to go. Look at where the old ones are and see if the location of them can be improved, because you can change the angle of the entire eaves trough system and put the downspouts in possibly better locations. Another thing that you can look at too is are the downspouts connected to like an underground pipe network that's common in a lot of cities. From an environmental standpoint, it can be a really good idea to put that water onto the grass, utilize it on your yard instead of putting it down into a city pipe. It's not possible in all cases to disconnect your downpipes from the city system. You have to look at the way that the ground slopes. Does it slope away from the house? You have to look at the proximity to the neighbors. The main maintenance thing that needs to be done with eaves troughs is just to ensure that they're clean, that there's no leaves or debris that gets stuck in the eaves trough and creates a blockage of water flow. So that's essential, especially if you have trees in your property. The frequency of cleaning the eaves trough really varies on how many trees you have on the property. With a full tree canopy over the top, you may have to clean the eaves troughs 4 to 5 times a year to keep them functioning properly. If the trees are kind of removed from the property or on the outskirts, then you may only have to clean them maybe once a year. Even with a quality leaf guard, there is some maintenance involved. Occasionally the homeowner may have to get up or have someone professional get up and actually just kind of sweep off the top just to ensure that any debris is not accumulating on top of the leaf guard. So the average cost for an eaves troughing project runs about $1,800 to $2,000 without leaf guard. Adding leaf guard into the project will increase the cost to approximately about $2,500 or so. The key thing to look for when you hire an eaves troughing contractor is that they have the seamless eaves trough machine. That can run out pieces of eaves trough that are long enough to fit on your house, and they'll not have any extra joints or that can leak over time. Another thing too is to ensure that when they install it, they get the proper angles and use like a level so that they actually get the proper slants and angles on the new eaves troughs.